Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to today's episode, there's something I forgot to mention. So after we beat Dawn in the last episode, a new side quest opened up. Unfortunately, this side quest requires us to kill a dangerous enemy that we're not going to be doing yet. It's going to be added in when we go fight and destroy all the other optional bosses. But outside of that, there is one other thing. We are not playing on the version I played last episode. Since the last episode, there has been another update. We are now on version 5.9.7, and most of the changes this time have to do with skills that we already have. So, I have my notes already, so I'll get to it. So, right off the bat, I'm actually going to show this. We're going to go to our techniques. Preferably Gray, because he's probably the one who suffered the most from this before. Our heal uses required used to be like 50 plus. Now they are 35. All spells that require you to use them a number of times to level them up have been drastically reduced, especially the heal skills. So heal now requires less uses along with all our other spells and stuff. But this really only affects like 4 characters because Matthew is not affected by this. Speaking of which, spells that inflict ailments, positive or otherwise, instead of having a hit rate, Cure is also a part of this list. Cure had a hit rate. Which is just like how in Genealogy of the Holy War in Thracia, apparently, for some ungodly reason, the Fire Emblem developers thought to give the heal staff a hit rate. So you could miss your heals. Like how in this game you can miss with the Cure spell and Shroud. But not anymore. In exchange for them being 100% hit rate, they have a charge time now, just like how Gray spells don't activate immediately. So it's like that. So now Shroud basically functions the exact same way as Gray's magic does. In which it's not just going to activate immediately, you're going to have to wait a little bit. But that time does decrease as you level it up. Cauterize, specifically, now restores more HP. It still heals ailments, but it just restored more HP. Speaking of ailments, Shroud, Horrify, Sleep, Insanity, and Disorientation now last longer, but we have innate resistances to most of those, so it really doesn't mean that much. Because enemies do get the benefits of that too. The last party member we'll be getting soon is basically like an ailments machine with dark magic. The only character in the game who does get dark magic, by the way. So, we'll have a dark magic user who also specializes in ailments. So, that's actually a useful addition. I'm assuming that, like, it said in the notes that this change came from feedback from multiple people about how the grinding was pretty grindy, and how it was really dumb that Shroud and Cure had hit rates. The hit rates were normally supposed to increase as you use them, as they level up. But, you know, the way things were before, with how you had to use heal 50 times to level it up once, reminds me of Persona 1, where you have to use your Persona over 100 times to get it from rank 7 to 8. And it was bad there, so it's bad here. So I'm kind of glad that the change was made, so it's not nearly as abysmal. I mean, we still have to farm, but it's not going to be nearly as terrible. Like, for example... okay, well, not that, but... our required uses for Shroud and Cauterize have greatly decreased, so we don't need to use like 4 trillion times. So... yeah, we're still gonna have to farm a little bit, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. So, anyway. With that aside, we are not going to be doing the side quest yet. And there are 3 other side quests we won't be doing until after we're done here. But for now, we have a long cutscene to do. There's going to be a lot of talking. And I don't have my water on hand. So. Well, here we go. Fang, what are you doing here? This is our emissary. You hired a mercenary advisor or a peace council? Mercenary? Is that what you think he is? Also, I've completely forgotten the voice I gave Samson, so I'm just gonna give him a new one. Again. Astrid. Fang, while I appreciate your services in the past, you are not needed here. This is a political matter and none of your concern. We wouldn't be meeting here if it weren't for this man. Truthfully, he probably knows more about our current situation than either of us. What are you talking about? Fang is no mercenary. He's a... Astrid! Now is not the time. No, Fang. It seems you are not who you say you are. If you cannot reveal the truth about yourself, then I cannot trust you. Who are you? He is my disciple. Master? What? Who are you? How did you get in here? You may call me the Guildmaster. I am the head of the Hidden Blades, a guild of assassins dedicated to the restoration of the Empire. Fang is a member of this guild. He answers to me. You tried to have me killed, and I can still make that happen. Your life still hangs in the balance. My halls are filled with murderers and traitors! Explain yourselves! Samson, your enemies are not in this room. We are here to discuss terms of an alliance. I'll have nothing to do with you! It seems I can't trust anyone in this room! What about your own guards? Can you not trust them either? Still your tongue, or I will do it for you. You're surrounded by guards! You dare to threaten me in my own castle? Make no mistake, there is nothing stopping either myself or Fang from simply walking out of here. It is in your best interest to listen to what I have to say. I am not your enemy. Your enemy is Kain, as is mine. If we work together, we can bring him down. Kain is none of my concern. He is no longer my lord. If we do not bring Kain, he will come for you. And soon enough, your walls will not be enough to protect you. Regardless, I do not have the military strength to face him. Coup is not possible. This is none of my concern. Oh, but it is. After all, someone must assume the throne once Kain lies dead. You can't mean... Samson, you will be the Emperor of Alithia. You will need help, of course, which is why Astrid is here. Astrid will act as your advisor. But she cannot be trusted, you will need to be protected, which is why I am here. Samson, I pledge my services to you. As long as you remain Emperor, I will do everything in my power to keep you alive and on the throne. Never! I will never trust a murderer like you! Then you will fall, along with the rest of the Empire. I mean, that is true. If we kill Kain and there's no one to assume the throne, the only real person left is Astrid, if Samson refuses. And we all know that we can't trust Astrid with that position. You know what Kain is up to. I do. I think it's about time we revealed exactly why Kain needs to die. Finally. Agreed. General, would you care to do the honors? As you wish. Kain needs to be stopped. If he isn't, and soon, the fate of the world may be at stake. What? By becoming Emperor, Kain gained access to something he didn't have before. The Academy. What is the Academy? I've heard of it, but I don't really know what goes on there. The Academy is a magical institution where all magical research is conducted. Everything related to magic and magical items can be found and taught there. So how did becoming Emperor grant him access to the Academy? You'd think being the son of the Emperor would have certain privileges. The library was open, but Kain learned something there. Something that made him ambitious enough to want to direct the research taking place at the Academy. The only people in all of Alithia who can direct research at the Academy is the head of the Academy and the Emperor himself. So Kain killed his own father. As the Emperor, Kain could direct research towards the summoning of spirits and the casting of spells. What does that mean? When someone casts a spell, they are summoning a spirit of the elements to manipulate the world around them. The spirit is then banished back to where it came. In this case, Kain was researching how to keep spirits in this realm, preventing them from being banished and granting himself access to insurmountable power.
That's impossible! Once a spirit is summoned, they cannot create a physical form. Simply can't be done.
Why not? I'm sure I understand.
The more powerful a mage is, the longer he can keep the spirits in this realm, and the more powerful spirits he can summon, increasing the duration and magnitude of the spell, which is why we have to use spells multiple times to level them up. A mage gives a spirit form using his own magical power as fuel. The better a mage is focused, the more control he has over the spirit, and the more specific the spells can be. But a spirit cannot create a physical form themselves. They can only use the energy provided by the mage for as long as the mage is feeding it to them.
So to keep a spirit here indefinitely require an unfathomable amount of energy. Is that it? Exactly. But if the spirit was contained in the physical form, such as the body of the summoner,
that could never work. Yes, bodies are meant to contain spirits, but only our own souls. The body cannot contain more than one spirit. It would kill the person to try.
You lost me again. How would it kill you? Seriously, do you know anything about spirits? No. He's lived a normal life in a village. How do you think you would know any of this shit?
Hush. Think of it this way. All souls are spirits, but not all spirits are souls. Spirit can have a physical body, but only one that's unborn. That spirit then becomes the soul of the baby. When a spirit does this, it's bound to that body until it physically dies. In addition, the power of the spirit is limited to the power contained within that physical body. For a person who were to summon a second spirit into their body, the two spirits will fight for control. That internal struggle will rip your body to pieces, killing you in the process.
Guildmaster, would you like to add something to our discussion?
And once you're dead, both spirits will be banished anyway. Your own soul couldn't possibly control the second spirit, so the second one wouldn't have its power limited.
Unless the summoner could bind and control them. Kain has been researching a way to create an amplifier that can grant him total control over spirits. And has he found a way to do that? He's found a way, but he hasn't managed to successfully create one yet. But it gets worse. How so? Kain isn't looking to summon just any spirit. He wants to summon a fiend. A fiend? You mean one of the 7 fiends of Odysseus? Exactly. If he succeeds, he'll become immortal. Kain is purely motivated by power. With that kind of power, he'd be unstoppable. Gods. What if he fails? Then a fiend gets to enter the mortal realm. I don't even want to think about what kind of chaos that would cause. Unbelievable. Oh no. Mia! Matthew? Do you remember what she told us before she was taken away? She used to research spirits at the academy in Safane. Do you think she found something? Do you think that's why she left the academy? It's possible. Oh, Mia. Hope she's alright. You know, speaking of Mia, we haven't seen her since she got nabbed at the start of the game. I mean, it's unlikely that she's dead, but, you know, it's kind of a... We don't know what's going on with her. Who is Mia? She's my... Well, you're close. She came to my village a few years ago and I offered her a place to stay. And you say she used to research spirits at the academy? And she was captured because of this. I don't know why she was captured, but the list of reasons is painfully short. That explains it. Explains what? When Kain became emperor, he dispatched soldiers to every city and village in Ilithia. He was looking for someone, but once cyanide had been searched, he stopped looking. Not only that, he stopped caring about the people. He became completely preoccupied with his research. I mean, from the sound of it, he never cared about the people from the start. He began neglecting all his other duties. It's possible he was looking for Mia. Your village is the furthest from the capital. It was the last to be searched, with the exception of Diamo. So now you know. If Kain doesn't stop soon, we could be facing far more than just a war. Samson, now do you understand? While I respect your integrity, you don't have any choice. I mean, yeah, we're all fucked if he doesn't. You must work with us. What would be the terms of this alliance? Simple. After working together to remove Kain from power, you would assume the role of emperor. Astrid would act as your advisor. I would act as bodyguard spymaster. Astrid, you would be content to give me the throne? No! She wanted to take it for herself at the start! But we were going to axe her if she did! It's not like I have a choice. And you? Why is your presence necessary? Because Astrid will literally stab you in the back the first chance she gets. You cannot trust General Astrid. She would almost certainly betray you at the first opportunity. My role would be to prevent her from moving against you in any way. In the event of her betrayal, I would take steps to remove her myself.
You seem awfully sure of yourself.
He has reason to be. I honestly doubt I could stop him from getting me killed if he really tried.
This is appalling. It sickens me to have to work with such lowlives as you.
Well, get used to it, buddy.
Wait a minute, actually, no, you had Fang work for you before, twice, and you didn't know he was an assassin?
But clearly I have no choice.
I'm glad you see the truth. Let's formalize this. Very well. The terms of the alliance are as stated. 1. We shall each share our resources and strength to remove Emperor Kain from power. 2. Upon Kain's death, Samson shall assume the role of Emperor of Valithia. 3. Astrid shall act as the right-hand advisor to Emperor Samson. 4. I shall take any measures necessary to protect the Emperor, acting as a personal bodyguard and spy master. Are we all in agreement? I'll agree to these terms. Samson?
Very well. The terms are agreeable.
Excellent. Then let's return to the matter at hand. We need to stop Kain.
And how do you suggest we do that? Even with our combined forces, we simply don't have the military strength.
We are assassins, Samson. Legions will not bring down an emperor. Fang will. Of course we will.
Fang? And what can this boy do? What have you managed to do aside from overcome a few soldiers here and there?
We have killed General Gareth, killed a bunch of his remaining troops, stopped Astrid, and fought General Dawn 3 times with limited heals in a volcano. And his fucking mages. Fuck those mages, by the way, they suck. I killed Gareth. And Dawn.
You are not what you appear.
Well, yeah. Kind of the thing about an assassin, you know. Fang will infiltrate the Imperial Palace and eliminate Kain, but there are a few other obstacles in the way we must address first.
Such as?
Reaching Sapphane will be the first challenge. The capital city is surrounded by mountains and cannot be accessed on foot. That won't be an issue. I share a small air force with General Dawn. We have a few airships that can make the journey easily. You can have one of the airships. Good, but that is not our only problem. Entering the castle will be another issue. Couldn't we use a disguise with General Dawn? Or create our own entrance? That's no good. Kain probably knows by now that I'm working with you, and those walls are impenetrable. But there may be a way around that. Oh? Please, continue. Sapphane uses a sewer system that runs under the city. The sewers have entrances throughout the city and lead to the palace as well. The entrances to the sewers are locked, but we can gain access to them while we're way inside. Fang, can you pick the locks? Possibly. If I can't, I'll find keys. I'll figure it out as I go along. That's all well and good, but we do have another problem. The Imperial Guard defends the palace. In addition, Kain has reformed the Crown Legion. With their combined forces occupying the palace, we'll never get close to Kain unless we can draw them away.
I may be able to assist with that.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I haven't been able to act against Kain before now, not without leaving my lands unprotected. With Gareth and Dawn dead, I can move freely. If I use Astrid's airships, I can move my legions directly to the gates of Sapphane and launch an attack on the city. Kain's troops would be diverted trying to defend the walls. May not divert all of them, but it would cover your entry and clear the hall somewhat.
That could actually work. Fang, you need to enter the city before the attack begins or they'll seal the gates. Once you're in the city, find the sewers, get through to the palace, and make your way to the throne room. You'll most likely find Kain there. Easy enough. And once you reach Kain, you'll have your work cut out for you. In terms of fighting capability, he's stronger than Dawn was. Seriously? In addition to which, he'll be equipped with the finest weapons and armor available, because of course he will. It will certainly be a great challenge, but it must be done. I can do it. I have faith in you. We all must. You'll be fine. You're the best fighter I've ever seen, that's saying something.
You served well enough in the past. I can't say I trust you, but I will place faith in your abilities.
Hey, I trained you and you're already better than me. If anyone can do this, it's you.
I can't say I'm pleased how all this started, but you promised you would see this through. Don't go back on me now.
My little brother, taking on the entire empire.
That's not a good thing, Matthew! We're literally about to go murder an emperor!
You've grown up. Matthew, everyone, thank you. You're ready. I must return to the guild, inform the assassins of what is about to happen.
Alright, my troops will send an emissary to meet you outside the gates of Fang. He will further discuss our attack strategy there.
You can take the airship I took to get here. It's just outside the walls. Thank you. It's time we saw this through. Before you go, there is one other thing I would ask of you. What is it? The people of Amerdala owe you a debt of gratitude for freeing them from the torment of General Garrus' men. The purpose for sending you on that mission so long ago was to secure a reliable source of medicine, so this plan extend as far as it has. I would have you go to Amerdala if you so choose, and see what supplies you can acquire before attempting assault on Kain. People of Amerdala do not live lavishly. I would not rob them of their most vital resources in such dire times. I do not ask you to. Fair compensation shall of course be given. Which brings me to my next matter. Your reward for the exceptional service you have graced us with. All this would not have been accomplished without your hands set to purpose. 10,000 gold! Which I feel kind of makes up for the fact we haven't gotten any money from these past several missions. Plus the Gareth thing, you know? We didn't get paid for that. So I think this is some fair compromise. Master, such a large sum is beyond generous. Thank you. Well, I mean, it's not enough. We need a lot more money, boyo. I will use it well. Then set forth and see what we have begun set to completion. Yes, master. Your will, my blade. Good luck, Fang. Well, we'll have to go kill an emperor. Well, not really. We have a lot left to do before we go murder an emperor. So, as the Guildmaster said, we can now go to Amerdala, and there'll be someone there who sells some stuff for us. That NPC will not be available after the mission with Kain. Also, we have an airship now, so I need to check something. So, there is actually... Oh yeah, I didn't get it. So back at Sylvain, there is actually a recipe page that I never got. So we need to go all the way over there. Just down here. Unfortunately, with the airship, we can just go over there like this. No, this is the wrong town. This is Goldair. We don't need to be here. Also, it's raining in a desert. Fuck this desert. Alright, here we go. Alright, in one of the houses, there is a sandstorm out here now. Oh my god. Well, yeah, in one of these houses, it is not this one. There is a recipe page. I mean, there's like 4 houses. So it has to be this one. There it is. Page 3. Let us make red herb concentrate and ultimate medicines. Okay, so it's basically just we can now make ultimate remedies and potions. But unfortunately, we need to make more stuff, so I'm probably going to do that off screen. But now that we have the airship, there are 3 side quests available at the sanctuary. We can only do 1 at a time, but the rewards for them are very much worth doing them. Where's my airship? So, this looks like a very suspicious area. But we're not gonna... This looks like a very suspicious area. This too. Alright. I need to make sure I don't accidentally wander into Safane. There's Amerdala. But yeah, so next time, because I want to gather money, because the dude who gives us the stuff is actually very generous. We get a lot of stuff from the dude. So I want to have the money for that, but we have to do the missions from the assassins first in order to do the regular missions. And trust me, once again, these missions are very much worth it. Even if you're not doing all those side quests, I would actually advise you at least do one of them, because we gain access to a permanent lockpick, so I won't have to save scum anymore. So next time on Bloodstained Hands, we have missions to do, and now we have an airship. Travel is easier than ever. So we're gonna go and do all that. We're also gonna need lockpicks, so, you know, I'm gonna buy some right now. We've got 10,000 gold. Oh wait, no, I can't. Because if we talk to them, we will immediately get the mission. So next time, we're gonna do that. Also, apparently, you can grind off the training dummies, but why would you do that? We can just farm up encounters and get herbs for it. So, next time, side quests. I'll see you then.